people making commentary. Interestingly enough, the ones I've noticed that have been making the commentary are wealthy black people making the commentary about we should not be rioting, we should not be looting, we should not be tearing up our own communities. And then there's been an argument of the other side of we should be hitting them in the pocket. We should be focusing on the blackout days where we don't spend money. But, you know, I feel like we should do both. And I feel like I support both. And I'll tell you why I support both. I support both because when you have a civil unrest like this, there are three types of people in the streets. There are the protesters, there are the rioters, and there are the looters. The protesters are there because they actually care about what is happening in the community. They want to raise their voices, and they are there strictly to protest. You have the rioters who are angry, who are anarchists, who really just want to fuck shit up, and that's what they're going to do regardless. And then you have the looters. And the looters almost exclusively are just there to do that, to loot. Now, people are like, well, what did you gain? Well, what did you get from looting? I think that as long as we're focusing on the what, we're not focusing on the why. And that's my issue with that. As long as we're focusing on what they're doing, we're not focusing on why they're doing. And some people are like, well, those aren't people who are legitimately angry about what's happening. Those are people who just want to get stuff. Okay, well then, let's go with that. Let's say that's what it is. Let's ask ourselves why in this country in 2020, the financial gap between poor blacks and the rest of the world is at such a distance that people feel like their only hope and only opportunity to get some of the things that we flaunt and flash in front of them all the time is to walk through a broken glass window and get it. That they are so hopeless that getting that necklace, getting that TV, getting that change, getting that bed, getting that phone, whatever it is that they're going to get, is that in that moment when the riots happen and if they present an opportunity of looting, that's their only opportunity to get it. We need to be questioning that why. Why are people that poor? Why are people that broke? Why are people that food insecure, that clothing insecure, that they feel like their only shot, that they are shooting their shot by walking through a broken glass window to get what they need? And then people want to talk about, well, there's plenty of people who pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and got it on their own. Why can't they do that? Let me explain to you something about economics in America. And I'm so glad that as a child, I got an opportunity to spend time at Push where they taught me this, is that we must never forget that economics was the reason that black people were brought to this country. We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North. Do you understand that? That's what we came to do. We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North. Now, if I right now decided that I wanted to play Monopoly with you, and for 400 rounds of playing Monopoly, I didn't allow you to have any money, I didn't allow you to have anything on the board, I didn't allow for you to have anything. And then we played another 50 rounds of Monopoly, and everything that you gained and you earned while you were playing that round of Monopoly was taken from you. That was Tulsa, that was Rosewood. Those are places where we built black economic wealth, where we were self-sufficient, where we owned our stores, where we owned our property, and they burned them to the ground. So that's 450 years. So for 400 rounds of Monopoly, you don't get to play at all. Not only do you not get to play, you have to play on the behalf of the person that you're playing against. You have to play and make money and earn wealth for them, and then you have to turn it over to them. So then for 50 years, you finally get a little bit and you're allowed to play. And every time that they don't like the way that you're playing, or that you're catching up, or that you're doing something to be self-sufficient, they burn your game. They burn your cards. They burn your Monopoly money. And then finally at the release and the onset of that, they allow you to play and they say, okay, now you catch up. Now at this point, the only way you're going to catch up in the game is if the person shares the wealth, correct? But what if every time you share the wealth, then there's psychological warfare against you to say, oh, you're an equal opportunity hire. So if I played 400 rounds of Monopoly with you and I had to play and give you every dime that I made, and then for 50 years, every time that I played, if you didn't like what I did, you got to burn it like they did in Tulsa and like they did in Rosewood, how can you win? How can you win? You can't win. The game is fixed. So when they say, why do you burn down the community? Why do you burn down your own neighborhood? It's not ours. We don't own anything. We don't own anything. Trevor Noah said it so beautifully last night. There's a social contract that we all have. That if you steal or if I steal, then the person who is the authority comes in and they fix the situation. But the person who fixes the situation is killing us. So the social contract is broken. And if the social contract is broken, why the fuck do I give a shit about burning the fucking Football Hall of Fame, about burning a fucking Target? You broke the contract when you killed us in the streets and didn't give a fuck. You broke the contract when for 400 years we played your game and built your wealth. You broke the contract when we built our wealth again on our own, by our bootstraps in Tulsa, and you dropped bombs on us. When we built it in Rosewood and you came in and you slaughtered us. You broke the contract, so fuck your Target. Fuck your Hall of Fame. As far as I'm concerned, they could burn this bitch to the ground. And it still wouldn't be enough. And they are lucky that what black people are looking for is equality and not revenge.
This sister is angry. Yes, she's angry. And she has every right to be. Okay? Now, this is what Sister Deborah wants you to understand. As far as understanding that we that are on these devil platforms that think that we have the answer, and we are so awakening to everything, and we are so ignorant and so deeply in a coma, because we are not even hearing our own people. They are hurting. They are tired. They are frustrated. They feel like they have no hope, and there is no hope, because we stand back on these devil platform, which is the Caucasian and who owns it, on the white people's platform, actually catering to Babylon. And we on these platforms not representing the true Most High. We representing still yet the Caucasian, the whites, the same one who has placed us in slavery. I understand the sister. I feel the sister. I understand them that are out there that's doing all these things that appear that it is injustice and unrighteous. And is it injustice and unrighteous? Yes, it is in the natural. But we have to capture the purpose behind what we're seeing and see things spiritual. What is actually going on? See, the spiritual side is the true side. See, the natural side is not the true side, because the natural only show you the action. The spirit show you the reason. This, as you see, Deuteronomy chapter 28. We're talking Deuteronomy chapter 28. This is a healing process. This shows you that my sister has every reason to say what she say and to feel the way she feel. She has not read Deuteronomy 28. She don't know about the hand of the Most High Yah. Why? Because we're so busy on the devil platform thinking we doing the work of Yah behind our pulpits, behind our label on this devil platform, behind Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Patriots and all these other sites. We really think we doing the work of Yah. Yah's work is not done on the devil platform. Yah's work is done on foot with action to show really where you at, who you really are, and whose side you're really on. I'm charging every last one of you. As a prophetess in the wilderness, I charge thee to at least judge yourself. I mean daily. Because You need to be judged right now. Leave the people that's out alone with your mouth. Stop using this platform to ridicule what they are doing. You don't know what y'all is doing. You're so busy trying to get your subscribers and your likes. You don't even see it spiritual. That's why he said, if it was so, it would fool his very elect. And I'm one not afraid like some people would get on these devil platforms because they misled a lot of people for so long. Oh, a prophetess not supposed to say she a prophet. If you're a prophetess, you're not supposed to say you're a prophet. You're not supposed to go around saying you're a prophet. Well, if I'm not supposed to be saying it and no one else is supposed to be saying who they are, then what's the sense of putting it in the biblical for thousands of years to say it if it's not supposed to be even recognized in the year 2020? That's the ignorance of the souls of those that the Most High been telling me they are in strong delusion because they believe what they believe because they have taught you all in your flesh to believe and to understand things as they teach it to you. You never gotten anything. And if you have to stand before the Most High today and be judged, you are not going to say, when I watched this video, I watched this video, I listened to sister this here, I listened to brother this here, I listened to this pastor, I listened to this bishop, I listened to this priest. No, no, no. He's going to say the same thing. He never knew you because you're not focusing on the things that is unseen and spiritual. The spirit is something you can catch on to in your natural and hold on for dear life. As you see this video with this young lady, you can see that she has none whatsoever of understanding of the biblical word of the Most High Yah. She don't have Deuteronomy 28. Because if she did, everything she was saying, she would not have said. Had someone gotten to her and revealed to her, this is because we so busy killing each other, hating on each other, disliking each other, ridiculing each other, judging each other, trying to chastise each other, trying to discipline each other, trying to rebuke each other, and everything else without little of what we think we know. But we don't even understand. The majority, 99.9, only know what they know in the flesh. They don't even know the spiritual realm. That means 99.99, they are still lost without a cause. This lady know more than they do. That's just where they at. I don't care how many subscribers one has. I don't care how many likes one has. You're still lost without a cause because you don't understand really what's taking place spiritual. You can't discern what is the Most High Yah plague and what is man's plague. No one seems to understand that. No one seems to understand that there's two different ones because it's a war between two. You can't just put everything that take place and make it, oh, this is the Most High Yah, he doing this. No, if you knew him spiritual, you know his mood. Move. Why would I say that? Because he said, he that has an ear, let him hear. He's talking about a spiritual ear, you guys. He's not talking about a natural ear to hear these people on this devil platform teach you. He says spiritual ear. He that has an ear, let him hear. You have to hear the things in the spiritual realm before you're able to comprehend and understand in the natural. You see? But you can listen and you can hear and you can comprehend natural, but that's all you got coming is what you hear in the flesh. That's why these men on these platforms can bring in millions of books to you. They can bring in millions of precepts and line and little here. Because when they finish, they don't have the spirit to bring upon your bosom. So they have to bring you what's flesh, what's pleasing to your flesh, what causes your itchy ears to desire to itch for their messages. You stay up day and night listening to them because what they're saying soothes your flesh, but it gives your spirit no hope. This young lady is stressing no hope. This is what we have. That's what she said. And that should put everybody on this platform in shame. But it ain't going to. Because they think they just like the wealthy black people. Oh, we better than y'all. They gave us a little money. We up here, y'all down there. That's how our people really think. But they don't even understand, even you. Be separated by the Most High Yah. He knows who's his. That's why he said the narrow is the gate and broad is the way to one direction and narrow is the gate to another. That's why he said very few, meaning that few is his. That's why he said a small remnant. Y'all don't get it, do you? He got his plucked out. While y'all sitting here playing patty cake, bake a man with these people's flesh and not giving them what they need in the spirit. And that's why your people out there doing what they're doing. That's why I said, leave them alone. Shut your ugly mouth and leave them alone. Let them do the best they know how and let the Most High Yah right hand take over that. Because your mouth ain't good enough. Because you wants to feed the flesh so that you can get likes and subscribers. Yes, you have fed the flesh for 20, 30 years. 25, 15, 10. 5, 6, yeah, you fed the flesh and you done well feeding the flesh. That's why they out there doing what they're doing. That's just how well you fed it. So I say unto everybody that's on these, that has a site on these Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Patriots, and any other site you desire to go on, because no matter how many sites you chase that you think is going to give you some comfort, they all the white man's, they all the slave master site that you on. Where you thinking you on something that you all that and something, and you nothing, because you still dancing on the devil's platform. You still dancing for the buck dancing and everything else for the what? The slave owner. So if you ain't saying nothing that feeds these people 100, you still lost without a cause. You're worse than those that's out there trying to do what they think is righteous, trying to do what they think or feel is just. Now, don't you know in them, they still know something is wrong? But they said, what do they have to lose? Ain't that's what Donald Trump said? So I, Sister Deborah, say to you all that's out there, all you watchmen, you seers, you evangelists, you pastors, you teachers, you prophets, and you prophetess, and all of your ministers and your teachers, and you call yourself so-called kings. Yeah, your king show who you are. You're only king to your own mindset. You are nothing in the eyes of the Most High Yah. So you can keep on rumbling on this devil platform, causing the ears to itch, and ever learning, never coming to the knowledge of what? What is spirit, not what is flesh. What is spirit? So I really sympathize with the woman that's on this video. I feel her. See, people don't understand. Understanding is one of my best friends and always have been. Because understanding don't mean you have to agree. Understanding means come to a level where you see clear, you feel clear, and you understand how did it get from A to Z. Just understanding. Understanding don't mean agree. Understanding don't even mean like. It just mean to understand how did it get from 1 to 10. How did it get from A to Z? And understanding it, that's all it means. So when he said get in all your getting, get understanding. He didn't say agree. He didn't say disagree. He said understanding, because understanding can be one of your best friends. That's what can take you on a good minister journey. That can take you on a good journey with the Most High Yah, as long as you're able to understand. And understanding also brings sympathy and compassion, because you understand why people come to the level or are at the level of where they at. These people, this young lady, you can tell she has not read Deuteronomy 28. She don't know nothing about the biblical. And do you know all it takes is her to read Deuteronomy 28 and she will be totally on fire for the Most High Yah? That's how simple it is. It don't take very much. But when you don't have people out there on foot, people who are out there willing to put their lives online to see to it that the people get the word of the Most High Yah and understand and at least get the food for the spirit. Oh, they ain't gonna do that. They think the devil's platform, the YouTube has invited them to a dance and they don't even want to go home. You know how you go to a party and go to a dance and after it's over you go home? Not these people on this devil platform. Not these people on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Patriot and all these others. They don't want to go home. They enjoy the dance because everybody's watching them dance. Everybody's eyes, they're telling them, oh, you so this, and oh, I love your message. Oh, you're so true. This is so right. You are so right in what you're saying. That's a good message. Oh, God bless you. Nothing for y'all but giving them all the praises. So they like the dance floor that they're dancing on. Every last one of them. That's why they haven't fed you all anything for your spirit. That's why 99.9 don't know nothing about their spirit, man. All they know is about their flesh, man. And they love to be satisfied in the flesh. So they like to be on that dance floor where everybody can say, oh, girl, you can dance. Oh, man, you know how to throw down. That's what they want to hear. That's on the devil's platforms, these YouTube, Facebooks, and all of this. But when these people are not feeding your spirit, where you can feel what people are going through and how people are suffering, and the Most High come to you and show you what is to come. Then the Ruach teach you, and then all of a sudden you start to see things to come. Things start to come back to your remembrance when you was in church with your grandmother. The Most High just that powerful. That's what they need to be teaching you. The spirit that's gonna suffer the Ruach and the Hamashiach to live in you. See, they ain't tell you about that. They are no different. These people on this platform is no different than your oppressor. Because that's what they want to keep you oppressed. Why? So you can keep coming to their page. So you can keep liking them. So you can keep subscribing to them and give the Most High no glory. But oh, Sister Deborah say unto thee, go to John 1, chapter 1, the Gospel of John, verse 1, chapter 1. Verse 4, 5, 7, and 9. And understand that light he said he had prepared for man. He put it in us. He put it there. But if we don't, he said our flesh won't comprehend. That means he said darkness won't comprehend it in verse 4. You know why? It don't want you to know that you got something in you, It don't want you to know it's something down in you. They can bust through all this stuff that's going on to give you the understanding, and you will walk upright in him. But see, they don't want to teach you that. They don't want you to know about his right hand and his stretched out arm. They don't want to know about your spirit, so you can know how to get his spirit in yours, and he can lead you and teach you and reveal things to you and show you things to come. This is why all of them are flocking to them, because they're feeding your flesh. They're giving your flesh what you need. So Sister Deborah said, this is my message, and I hope you got something out of it, and understand this young lady has not read Deuteronomy 28. Why? Because her nation, her tribe of Judah has not said anything, and have not done the footwork of the body of Hamashiach. They have not. The foot workers ain't been out there, but that's all right. You can sit behind your pulpit. Your pulpit is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Patriot, and all these other sites. You can sit behind these books and blow steam of righteousness. Oh, I'm worshiping the Most High Yah. You ain't doing nothing. You need to get out and do the footwork, because that's where the real work is at for the body of Hamashiach. The footwork requires you not to be fearful and afraid. He said so many verses from the New Testament to the Old Testament about don't be fearful. He have sent us always in the fire as a people. Yes, we always buckle up to him because he was sending us, but he sent us anyway, and we always saw the outcome. We always, once we got in there, we realized his right hand was in it all along. Even right now, that's how I feel. There are so many on these devil platforms teaching, but they're not out on the highways and byways. They're not giving the people what they need from on leg work, out there. They want to stand on these platforms and take it from here. They don't want to go out there. But they want to be kings and leaders. They want to rule their household. How you going to rule anything when you ain't got your spirit ruled? Like your flesh got your spirit in captivity. The same way the white man got you in slavery, your flesh got your spirit in slavery. And you too ignorant to see that and to understand it. Because the Most High did speak of a strong delusion. Because after you continue to do you and not be concerned about the souls in which you're supposed to be working toward or with in the body of Hamashiach, he'll let you go and get pleasure in yourself, in your family, in your loved ones. So I, Sister Deborah, says to you, shalom and shalom.